Good morning, everyone. My name is Loko, and welcome back to a best-of-5 series of professional StarCraft 2. Now, today it's time for a Protoss versus Terran that almost feels like a bit of a mismatch to me. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. Let's get started like we always do by introducing the players. So spawning here in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide, that's map number 1 in this best-of-5 series. Playing with the blue Protoss probes from Taiwan, we have Haas. His opponent in the opposite corner with the red Terran pieces from South Korea, we have none other than Cure. Alright, so here's the thing. This is the grand finals of the ESL Open Cup number 67. North America, that is. Which is kind of funny because, you know, obviously neither of these two players are from North America. I wonder if these games actually were even played on the NA server. I think theoretically they probably should, but, I mean, they probably get less ping on one of the other ones. Anyways, doesn't really matter too much. Here's the thing, though. This is the grand finals of the ESL Open Cup, which I think is like $200 for the first place prize and then like $100 for the second place prize. Something along those lines. Cure, in my opinion and in my mind, is far and away the better player here. And I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever to Haas. It's just that I've seen many Cure games over the years, and Cure has been on the tippity top of the skill level for several years as well. I've casted many of his games, I've seen many of his matches over the years, and he always seems to be extremely good. That being said, on the flip side, we have Haas, who's always a wild card, okay? I casted a game of his last week. Awesome match. I'll go ahead and actually post a link to it down below in the description of this video. Although maybe it's actually already 2 weeks ago. I guess that doesn't really matter all too much. But in my mind, I mean, Haas is a trickster, right? He's definitely very good. But in a best-of-5 series, there's no way that he can beat Cure, right? Anyways, we're gonna find out together. A lot of people have been talking about this particular series. I don't know what to expect, but we'll see exactly what ends up going down here because there certainly is some potential. One thing that I found is that whenever people go up against Haas, they play differently than they normally would, right? So, Cure, I would say in a long macro game, is definitely going to be the better player, assuming everything is quote-unquote standard. The problem is that obviously Haas specializes in making the game not standard. Right, so by the way, in case you're wondering, on a Liga Leg right now, Cure is considered to be, I think, the number 5 or 6 in the world, and Haas is currently sitting at the number 61 position, which is still very respectable, but it's definitely, you know, a little bit of a step lower. Anyways, man, I'm excited. We'll find out exactly what goes down. Alrighty, so I like this actually from Cure. Going for the bunker over here is clever, just because this puts you in the driver's seat, right? If you're the Terran player over here, this allows you to be the one in charge. Oh, well, you're going to have to run that probe, I think. Yeah, okay. He's definitely going to be hunting for that with the Reaper. But it gets you to be in charge of this particular matchup, right? It's 100 minerals of investment right now. You can always salvage the bunker as well. Get 3/4 of it back as well, which is always nice. So makes it a relatively small commitment. But at the very least, it's going to force a couple of these Protoss units to stay at home for the time being. Or the time being, rather. Shield battery, though, is going to be coming up. And actually, speaking of things that are coming up, apparently there's already a Dark Shrine building at the 3-minute mark of this Protoss versus Terran. I kind of like it. Anyways, with the shield battery being done, though, there we go. We see the salvage on the bunker. Reaper is going to have to make a run for it. The question is it going to be able to go into the main base? Okay, well, judging by this setup over here, the jump up right over here is not going to be available. Well, it's available, but I think the Reaper would die. So no scouting info right now for our South Korean Terran. At the same time, a probe has already made its way across the map. Okay. It's going to build a pylon over here, and I think that this will... Ooh, this will serve as a warp-in location. Now, the thing is, this is going to be warp gates as a follow-up really quickly as well. Oh, sorry, not warp gate, blink. I mean, warp gates are finishing up too, so that's why... Okay, anyway. So wait, how many gateways are we on? Just 2 gateways? Is he going to make another one over here? Third Nexus comes up. Huh. So it feels to me that there's about half a dozen Terran builds that would just go ahead and kill the Protoss player here, right? The problem is that usually when it comes to playing against Haas, yeah, players just don't really feel that level of confidence. They will just try and play super defensively and try and not die to stupid stuff. Well, he will find the pylon right now. He may have also noticed a little shimmer over there. Is there any detection here available right now for Cure? I don't think he realized it. Okay, he's actually going to go after units, which I kind of like. You can one-shot those Marines. Ooh, Jimmy over there gets sliced in half. At least it's a clean death, I suppose. He does have energy right there for 1 scan. 2 scans available as well, but... Oh my god, is he going to run away there in time? This is so nasty. The Widow Mines over here at the very least kill, I guess, a probe? Okay, fair enough. But I mean, as long as those units are Yeah, out of the range of the scan. Look, Haas is going to be able to run back in once more. And this is what the man does. This is one of those builds that's technically, I think statistically speaking, not that great. I actually like that he's going after the units. We never really see that. We always see a focus on going after the resource income, right? But yeah, he does a little bit of that over here in the natural. But he's going to kill a lot of stuff here. And now I guess his follow-up pushes can definitely be a little bit more powerful as well. But anyways, people tend to play overly safe against someone like Haas. And then look at this. He's going for a 4th Nexus already. So let me get this straight. 3 minutes into the game, the man plants down a Dark Shrine. Then he goes for a 2 Gateway Blink follow-up with Dark Templar. And then he expands behind it. So he's only just now adding on additional gateways. This is a 2 Gateway, 4 base Protoss. That's nuts. That's not a build that should work. But because players know that they're going up against Haas, and because he's got this image of being hyper cheesy, these kind of builds all of a sudden can work out quite well. I thought he was actually gonna use the Stalkers offensively, but I think it's just gonna be here to intercept this kind of shenanigans. Yeah, if you blink underneath, there we go. He sees the medevac right now. There you go. Ay. Should be able to get rid of these Widow Mines without too much problems or too many problems either. And this is a fine situation right now for a Protoss player. I love this. Look at the income right now, right? 62 workers for Protoss going up against 39 of our Terran player. And because of this map, because of Romanticide, it's this big ramp right over here. It's going to be quite difficult to commit for our Terran player to an attack. I don't think he can really get much done. He hasn't even seen the 3rd base, let alone the 4th. Man, I love Haas's playstyle. It's so fun to watch. His unit count, by the way, is going to skyrocket here very soon. There's additional gateways coming up. There you go. Couple more. All right. Plus 5 additional gates. Double Forge upgrading as well. He's going to be able to start pumping out units like no tomorrow here. That's going to put him at 10 gateways. Who goes 10 gateways? That's crazy. Is he going to go for an... Okay, I thought for a second this... No. Really? I thought for a second he was going to head on over to another... No. To another mineral line? Really? Oh my god. Well, Cure is scouting around right now. He sees a pylon over here. He's looking for a base. Okay, this should tell him that there is a base at the 12 o'clock position, right? Yeah, he's gonna scout right now. Okay, he's gonna find out, I think. Unless the Stalkers blink. Oh my god. Yeah, he sees it right now. Oh my god. Well, look at the Terran! The Terran's only just now finishing up his orbital command for a 3rd base, whereas Protoss is already fully saturated on a 4th. This is cool. Okay, so what do we do now? There's no way you're gonna attack here, right? As Terran? Well, he's gonna have to try, I guess. The problem is that the income right now is so heavily in favor of Protoss that I'm pretty sure Haas could go for an attack right now. I don't think there's much... Oh my god, look at this. He's expending. He's already at 80 workers. So let me get this straight as well. He's only mining off of 3 gas geysers. So it's 3 gas geysers, 5 base Protoss. So this is going to be a super gateway-heavy based or like zealot-based army. Look at this, man. What's going on? He's planting pylons like he's eating... What is this? Huh? He's sprinkling like little Protoss structures all over the map. Isn't this wonderful? Every once in a while, I cast like viewer-submitted games, right? And there's people in like Master League and High Diamond that play similar builds to what Haas is doing. And I can imagine myself saying in those casts, well, the only reason why it works is because of the fact that he's going up against, you know, not the greatest player in the world. Cure really is one of the strongest players, and he seems to be completely blindsided by this. What is going on right now? He's at 92 probes, warping in 1 million zealots at once, give or take 1 million. He's going to be able to run the zealots right over here on the right. At the same time, he's going to try and break through the front door. And he is playing this as if he's a freaking Zerg player. He doesn't care about efficient traits right now. He's just trying to, like, bulldoze his way through this Terran base. This trait, absolutely awful as far as resources lost go for a Protoss player. He's lost a lot of stuff. Does he care? No, he's warping in an additional 13 freaking zealots. Slow pylon warp in, by the way. It's like the freaking Legacy of the Void cinematic. You know that one where there's one pylon and today we defend our homeland or whatever. There's another base. He's expanding like he's a freaking Zerg. This is fantastic. Yeah, this is not your conventional game of Protoss versus Terran, I can tell you that much. 13 additional freaking Zealot once again being warped in. These traits are terrible for our Protoss player, right? As far as resources lost go, this does not look very good. The problem is, for the Protoss right now, or for the Terran right now, is that Protoss is mining with near 100 probes. He doesn't care. He's gonna be back for more in just a minute. There you go. Prism finally available as well. Making a robo apparently took a little bit of time, but... Okay. I mean, you can EMP all you want, Cure. I'm pretty sure you're dead. He's still making the best of this, by the way. Shall we have a look at resources lost? Yeah, that's not looking so hot, right? Normally, this would be a fantastic situation to be in if you are the Terran. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, not 7. This looks like a big base on the mini-map, but this is just, I think, 13 Zealots hanging out here. 4 additional gates are coming up. That is going to be 17 gateways in total. Man, that's so funny. High-level StarCraft. Even though we're more than 10 years into the game. It is still not figured out. 3 upgrades are coming up 11 minutes into the game because of freaking double forge. That's where most of his gas is going, by the way. He's still just mining off of freaking 3 gases. No, what is this? I feel like you just gotta rinse and repeat, Haas. I feel like you can't really give our Terran player too much time. I mean, he's scouting right now. He knows that there's a 4th command center coming up. Look at this army. It's just freaking Zealots. Fantastic. Shout out to Cure, by the way, as well, for holding on for as long as he is. Even though I'm fanboying pretty hard right now over Haas because, you know, what he's doing is so unconventional. There you go. GG is cold. There's no denying Cure really tried his best to make a game out of that, but... feels to me like he got outclassed pretty badly there. I've seen a couple of games from Haas like this now. So, a couple years ago, right, when the man made it to the grand finals of WCS Valencia, and like he played all these epic games and really popular matches, he was very well known for being that cheesy player who would get hyper aggressive off of very low amounts of eco, right? So that's the way he really made a name for himself. I've seen a couple of games from Haas exactly like the one that we just watched, and it seems like it's on the exact opposite of the spectrum, but still very cheesy in the sense that it's a complete economy cheese. Right? You see what I mean? Like, if you have like a line of strategies, what's going on right now? Are we gonna go a gateway proxy? I think so. If you have like imagine there's like a horizontal line of strategies for StarCraft 2, right? On the far right, you have extreme cheese. And on the far left, you have extreme macro. It seems that Haas is playing both extremes, whereas most players are somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it feels like. What's going on right now? He's gonna go for a proxy gateway over here at the back of his opponent's natural expansion. Cure is definitely gonna SCV scout. So he'll find out about this, but this is one of those build orders that Mr. MaxPax popularized a little while ago. We'll see what he decides to go for. 2,000 atmospheres, generally speaking. Okay, there's the SCV, by the way, going across. Generally speaking, this matchup, or sorry, this map is a little bit more macro-focused. Is he gonna find out about this? Oh my god. Yeah, Cure's just gonna start building the command center right now. He has no idea. That SCV is like a horse with blinders on, you know? He can only see very, very close to his body, and his peripheral vision is awful. Well, the Nexus gets spotted over here. Cybercore is going to be spotted as well. If Cure is very sharp, he can pick up on the fact that there's a pylon missing, I guess. He will see double gas here. He will see the Cybercore. He will see like a gateway, right? Okay, well, he spotted this thing right now in the back of his natural. Building the CC here on the low ground can become a problem, though. I think the fact that he didn't send the Reaper across is very helpful, but he's going to have to micro for a little bit, and the second Zealot is going to finish up very shortly as well. If Haas can somehow, some way get the kill right here on the command center, that is, for obvious reasons, phenomenal for him. Oh my god. Oh shit, he's going to continue onwards with shield batteries. Okay, I like it. Stalker comes up right now as well. Double shield battery. That probe needs to go. Mr. Cure, if you want to defend this, I think you need to get rid of the probe. Okay. Oh, still, no, what? Okay, he still pops it. I think eventually, yeah, this will all be cleaned up, though. Double Marine here available as well. Nice cancel right there by Haas. Okay, Stalker is out right now, though. He picks up one of the weakened units. Second weakened unit will go down as well. Command Center is building, but I think, yeah, you can target it. You can target the SCV. And now, this is so nasty. He is just, yeah, running the boys in one at a time. It's like, you die next. Okay, you die next. If you can, like, if you can get the council on this base, that would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, now he's gonna be able to finish the command center eventually. Cyclone is gonna be the name of the game, I think, right now for our Terran player, but it's still gonna be a while until one of those is out. He doesn't have that much money either because he's constantly forced to send the boys towards the front. Watch this, on the back of this. Haas has already got the Twilight Council. He could go into Blink if he wants to. He could even go into Dark Templar again. Okay, it's gonna be a siege tank. Yeah, it's Dark Templar. Okay, it's gonna be a siege tank, by the way, right now as a follow-up. I think a Cyclone would not maybe have been a bad idea, but yeah. I guess this makes a lot of sense as well. Thought I saw a little shadow flying around there, but I think it was just a little doodad right here on 2,000 atmospheres. So, is he, like, is Cure right now even thinking about Dark Templar? Is he even thinking about it? He does have scans available. One of them at the very least. Okay, I like that. I think you always need to make sure you have a scan available against someone like Haas. I would have liked to see him buy a little bit more time here, actually. Sadly, I don't think it's going to happen. Siege Tank is very scary. Probably was concerned about it rolling down the ramp. I think if he could have kept under pressure until the Dark Shrine was done, maybe this would have been a little bit nicer. Anyways, doesn't matter. Apparently, Haas is like, yeah, okay, you can kill that. Don't worry about it. I'll just be a nuisance here. Heal my own pylon up with my own shield battery for a little bit longer, just so it takes you a while before you can continue your scouting. Warp Gate finishes up right now, but another pylon has already been planted down over here at the third base of the Terran player. Cure goes across the map right now. Once more, we have a third Nexus coming up. It's 2 gateways. I've seen this before. It's just a different way to getting there. This is deja vu from the previous game. There's the 2 Dark Templar. This is fun, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, this one will be going into the main. He scouts the Dark Shrine, but already... I mean, he doesn't have... Oh my god, he does not have... Oh, the Dark Templar walk in! Oh, that's so nasty. He sees one of them. Oh, no. Hey, what was that? Okay. That was sloppy. He accidentally moved the Dark Templar both in the same direction, and they both died to one scan. That should have never happened. That one was supposed to go over here. That one was supposed to go over there. I think the one in the main probably would have died, but the one over here definitely shouldn't have. Okay, so... Once again, 3 gases. Third Nexus has been acquired. Double Forge is a follow-up. A Robo Bay. Now we're going to see the Gateway explosion, I think, very shortly. And maybe even a 4th base once more. If Cure once again, by the way, decides to play hyper defensively, this could become a problem for him. It's hard to get any damage done, though, against someone with Blink, right? So Blink is done. Cure is going to have a very hard time dealing any damage to this. I think this time around what he should try and aim for is just go for a more aggressive timing attack rather than sitting back. I wouldn't even mind it if he decides to go for a 2-base all-in. Like, just mass units on 2 bases without a third... I think he's probably going to go 3rd CC soon, but without a 3rd command center, just like, you know, 5 barracks production, go absolutely nuts. Now, he decides to go for the orbital command. The 3rd one, I guess, as soon as possible. I wouldn't even mind seeing it because I'm pretty sure that it's gonna... Huh? There's a hole over there, isn't there? Anyways, I'm pretty sure it would overwhelm Haas quite aggressive, or quite nicely. Okay, so Stimpack and Combat Shield are coming up. Ooh, he's dealing... Oh, okay, the landed Viking. Thought for a second there was a Widowmine drop that I missed. Nah, it's just gonna be a landed Viking, apparently, that got a couple probe kills as well. Fair enough. I wouldn't mind seeing, like, a complete all-in here, because once again, yeah, a 4th Nexus apparently got misplaced there and then replaced down. Haas is going to continue expanding here. He's going to finish up charge. He's going to finish up 1-1. He's going to go for 5 additional freaking gateways. I love this. This is so cool. I don't know what you're going to do actually as a Terran player. I feel like going for a 2-base all-in is a good idea, but I'm not sure. Look at this though. Cure is once again cowering behind his wall. I get a little bit concerned for him. 2 additional Dark Templar being warped in. Guess he's just gonna morph those into Archons. Yeah. So more Dark Templar right now are basically just a gas drop. Whenever he's got leftover gases, he will use those. This is, by the way, this seems like a fun style to play. If you're a ladder hero like myself, this seems like a very fun style of StarCraft to play. This doesn't seem too difficult either. It's not very complex. It's just very different than the way that most Protoss players play. So there's a couple of Widowmine drops right now moving out. If this were... Oh my god, no. Don't tell me this is gonna wait. No, come on, man. This is not supposed to work. Okay, good response time. There's a second Medivac drop as well, heading towards the... Well, I guess the bottom right now, but it'll make its way to... No. What? Okay. It'll make its way towards the main base of our Protoss player here eventually. If like, there's a big detonation on the probe mineral line, that would be kind of boring. This is the way that Cure wants to play this game, by the way. Is that the strat? Really? Where's that other Medivac? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's spotted. So wait, this is Cure's plan? Ah, okay, I guess so. He does still have a good amount of army, by the way. Don't get me wrong. The army right now for Cure is still looking quite nice. I just feel like going for two Medivac or two Widowmine drops is... Yeah. Maybe not necessarily the most scary move. Anyways, he does have a lot of stuff, actually. I think that Dark Templar not getting anything done in this game, rather, compared to the previous game, definitely makes this, yeah, a lot more playable right now for Cure. Maybe that was actually the main mistake in the previous game, right? Like, he got set back pretty far, because of the Dark Templar killing units. I think that's probably the idea. He didn't kill the eco just so he could kill a lot of Marines. Normally we see players going after the eco, but I guess it made it so that you can't really go for follow-up pushes. Is this enough, though, for our Terran player to defend? Well, luckily for the Terran player right now, the siege tanks were sieged up before this fight began. Beautiful anti-armor missile as well. That being said, the Zealots are still biting their way, or I guess slicing their way through all of the siege tanks. The siege tanks are gone. A couple of Widowmines were killed as well, and obviously a bunch of the bio units. Usually, if it's like a relatively even trade, you don't even really have to wonder who's got more units left over. You look at the economy, right? So Haas right now getting his income off of 60 or 74 workers, whereas Cure is getting it off of 52. Obviously, mules are good, but they're not that good. Since he does have the Dark Shrine still up, yeah, you constantly have to like kind of save a couple scans here and there as well, just so you don't get caught off guard. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, well, prison. Good response time. Oh my god, he just killed the freaking orbital. He just killed the orbital. I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, Zealots do a lot of damage, man. They're already at +2/+2. He's going to go into 3/3 upgrades very soon as well, I think. Well, +3 attack is already coming up. This is not a good fight over Protoss. Yeah, nice catch right here by Cure. Yeah, looking better than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, apparently Cure has decided to pull a couple of the boys. He's going for what is essentially an all-in right now. All you need to do right now if you're Haas is defend. Batteries? Oh, no shield batteries here. That's actually a little bit sloppy. Honestly, I feel like giving up this base, rallying those probes towards another one, would be a totally fine move. Widowmines, okay, get some good detonations right here on those Zealots. SCVs are gone right now. I feel like running these probes towards this base, which you just acquired as well, by the way, would not be a bad idea. Okay, he's gonna get the pylon snipe. Okay, that's a lot of Zealots gone. Cure is making a run for this game right now. I feel like Haas doesn't really need to defend this. Why is he defending this? I mean, we have perfect vision right now, but I feel like by seeing the fact that your opponent brought all of those SCVs, you kind of know that you know, don't really have to worry about losing a singular base. Medivacs, by the way, are running dangerously low on energy here as well, so those Stimpaks are going to start hurting very soon. More SCVs were brought from the other side of the map as well. He really wants to keep this base alive. Yeah, and I think he may very well be able to. Still feel like the more stable call would have just been to just abandon this base entirely, but hey, power to him. Well, now we're at 27 workers. 27 workers for our Terran player versus 78 of the Protoss. Protoss does not care about trading efficiently. He wants to, don't get me wrong, but all he cares truly about at this stage in the game is cleaning up this Terran force, because this is, for obvious reason, an all-in. Or for obvious reasons, rather. On all in. Medevacs are being picked up. I haven't seen any new medevacs. Rallied in a little bit either. No, I don't think he's... well, he's producing a couple. This base will go down. He's just not letting this base go down. Oh, he's retargeting with the Widow Mines. Okay. Am I crazy in saying that just, like, warping in a couple units, waiting, like, one warp-in round and then getting a lot of stuff in is probably smarter? He's now mixing in a couple Dark Templar, too, actually, which I really kind of like. If Terran is bringing all those SCVs, he's probably replacing his eco at home with more mules, right? And there it is. I think this is going to be a 2-0. Does Cure even know? No, he has no idea. If you look at the minimap right now, Cure had no idea that there were already 5 bases up and running. If he assumed here that Protoss was on 3... okay. And that brings us to beautiful Oxide. Which, ooh, okay. Our Terran player apparently starts off on by sending an SCV straight out onto the map. Apparently, Cure has decided to start fighting fire with fire. I didn't think I was going to say this, but Haas is right now at match point over Cure in a best-of-5 series. It seems like there's a strategy that Haas is playing here that Cure does not really know exactly how to deal with. To be fair, how many people play that style, right? Well, I mean, more people will right now if Haas starts doing well with this particular style. I mean, a lot of people will definitely go ahead and give it a try. Anyways, there's the proxy barracks going up over here, right outside of the third base of our of our Protoss player. Second SCV is coming across. Third SCV is coming across as well. All right, Cure is gonna go full on cheese. Maybe he's analyzed some sort of weakness here in the early game of our Protoss player. I kind of like this. I mean, assuming he does it for a reason, right? Not that he's, like, desperate and he's like, okay, well, I guess this is what I do. But I'm hoping that from the previous 2 games, at least, he's figured out some sort of weakness in the early game of our Protoss player that he can just, you know, abuse. There hasn't really been a whole lot of scouting, I guess, from Haas. Yeah, Haas is just going for a 20 supply Nexus here without any scouting. I'm pretty sure that this is game over already. Problem is, against this kind of stuff, you really need the Cybercore ASAP. Because you need to make shield batteries and, you know, other things that help you defend against this. If he's gonna... yeah, no, I think that there's just gonna be Marines marching into his mineral line soon. And there's nothing he's gonna have. He's not scouting anything. Look at the boys. They're even coming as well. Whoa! Okay. So 5 SCVs remain. I guess you're gonna mule up your base? Yep. So 5 SCVs and a mule. Wait, no, is that... no, it's 5 SCVs and a mule. I thought for a second it was 6. This is... yeah, Cure showing Haas how you're supposed to cheese, man. This is the way you're doing it, Haas. Step aside. There's gonna literally be no attacking unit by the time he gets here. Surprise! Worst birthday surprise ever. Stargate goes up in the back of the natural expansion. I don't think it really matters, my man. If you kill that pylon, it's game. Bunker comes up right now as well. I mean, there's still so many Marines coming on the back of this. Well, he's got an Adept out. This Adept has got her work cut out for her, I guess. Well, I guess the probes actually got a pretty nice little engagement here. This is as good as it's gonna be. Oh my god. That was really as good as it was gonna be, man. The fact that he walled himself in over there was really quite nice. But yeah, I mean, going for the Nexus before the Cybercore without scouting, it's too greedy. GG. Alrighty, so here we go. Next map is a Light Shade. So generally speaking, what you do against Terran as a Protoss player is you scout and then you figure out what they're going for, and then you go 20 supply Cybercore and then 20 supply Nexus. Against Zerg, if they're going Hatch first, usually you go 20 supply Nexus and then 20 supply Cybercore. So, you know, against Terran, you get the Cybercore faster. Against Zerg, you get the Nexus faster. Now, obviously, ideally, you get the Nexus out as soon as possible. The thing is, you're just left very vulnerable against a lot of early game shenanigans. Most notably, I guess, the Reaper, right? The very first Reaper can become a bit of a disaster if you're so late with your Cybercore, because you're not going to get any ranged units out in time. Anyways, doesn't matter. Haas decided to play a little bit too greedy. We'll see what he decides to go for in this particular game. This time around, no SCVs sent across the map. Cure just, yeah, once more plays a normal game. At least for now. Cure, yeah, is going up against the Protoss player this time around that's scouting. I like it. He's just looking around, making sure that there's no cheeky freaking SCVs building any barracks over here. There's a lot of locations, man. I feel like you should check this part too. I mean, if it's Reapers, this could definitely be a thing. I've seen like people building barracks here and then floating them over to the main base, making a tech lab there and then cheesing with Marauders. Yeah, it's doable. Now, Haas instead is going to get towards the other side of the map and figure out that everything is normal. And with normal... Okay. I think it could have blocked the natural from going up here, but the CC is going to be built on location. SCV now on the other side of the map as well. Good scout here for Cure. Notices everything that is going on. And so far, nothing out of the ordinary. Second pylon goes up inside of the main base as well. That's always a nice moment, I guess. You can breathe again if you're going up against Haas. You're like, oh, thank God the second pylon is inside of their main base. If there's a pylon missing, it can become a bit of a disaster. Obviously, Cure knows the timing at which that's supposed to go down. And seeing it inside of the main base is, you know, better than nothing. Okay. Very standard builds here from both of these players. I don't even see a probe on the other side of the map. The scouting worker has returned back home. I kind of dig it. Yep. I wonder how good Haas is going to be in like a super straight up game. I would like to see it. Like my gut feeling is still telling me that Cure would just demolish him in like a super normal game, and that's fine. I'm just curious, like, you know, if no pun intended, I guess. Curious. I'm just interested, I guess, in seeing where Haas's like quote unquote normal game is at. Although I don't think he really has a normal game, to be honest. I don't think he really has anything that's super normal. Wait, what's up? A starport? Proxy starport? Really? There's always also a Stargate right now coming up here from Haas. So no Twilight into DT. Different build order this time around. We'll see what Cure decides to go for here. He's obviously proxying the Medivac, I think, right? So I think Hellions are going to be rallied towards the other side. Yep. And then you basically load them into a Medivac. And then, yeah, you can start roasting the mineral line. It takes 3 of those Hellions to one-shot a probe. So if you line the probes up, obviously, they can kill them really, really quickly. It's a Phoenix opener, though, from Haas. If there's, like, one strategy that Phoenix openers are really good at, it's Medivac-based pushes. This is... Oh my god. Also the positioning right there of that Stargate. If the Stargate would have been over here. I'm a little bit concerned that Cure is just gonna like literally fly into a bunch of Phoenixes. With his Medivac. Okay, well, we'll find out. Haas, how quick is your response time? I mean... Oh, okay, okay. It's quick, but already they're here. Well, you can lift them up. Lift them up, yeah. No, lift up the second one, dude. Lift up the other one, too. There you go. So now it's super hard to kill probes. You know what? He's still getting quite a lot. Medivac also got out. Yeah, okay. This is, I think, fine. Okay, 7 probes for 4 Hellions. I mean, you're hoping for more, I guess. But that's still okay. Especially since the Medivac got out. I think if the Medivac would have gotten killed, this would have been a disadvantage for Terran, but this is fine. Cyclone right now comes up, okay. There's the Twilight Council as well. Third Command Center being built here, this time around before the additional barracks. Okay, so that means that there won't be a whole lot of Marines available. Third Nexus, though, comes up. I kind of like the Phoenix openers, as I've said many times before. It seems that Phoenix openers buy you a lot of time as a Protoss player. So it's difficult right now for Terran players to move out against this, because the Phoenixes will swoop in as soon as this Terran army leaves, and they will be home to defend the main by the time that the Terran can move out across the map, right? So they can attack and then get back home in time just fine. Ooh, glaives. Okay. So he's gonna go Phoenixes into Glaved Adepts. Haas has got a probe over here too. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is why they're so annoying to play against, the Phoenixes. Okay, he does get one of the kills. That's good here for Cure. The question is, though... Man, I'm actually a little bit concerned for him. If these... how many Adepts is he going to make? If he makes a lot of Adepts, there's additional gateways coming up right now. All of the big units, right? So, yep, for... Oh my god, if he loses a Cyclone. Okay. Now, if like... Okay, so I think what Protoss wants to do here is break through one of these depots, and then shade in with the Adepts, right? If at that point the Phoenixes can swoop in and lift up the siege tanks and the Cyclone and kill the Medivac, where are these Marines gonna go? Marines get absolutely murdered by Glaive Adepts. Stimpack is not done. Combat Shield is not done. There's no Marauders here. There's no bunker. I am starting to be a little bit concerned once again for a Terran player. He just doesn't have that much stuff. All of his upgrades are not even remotely done. If he finishes them, then obviously this game gets way easier. Oh my god, oh my god. He's actually floating the 3rd CC over right now. Cure has no idea. This almost looks like a Protoss versus Zerg build. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's an army. He just lowered the freaking depot himself. I don't know if he cares. I feel like you just shade on the army. Yeah. Oh, here they come. Here come the Glaive to Depths. There's not even remotely enough right now. Oh my god, he even gets the medevac with the siege tank in it. Was that a siege tank? Was it a Marauder? I don't even know. There was something in it though, and it died. I can tell you that much. Guys? Guys? I am pretty sure that Haas just won a best-of-5 series against Cure. Oh my god. What a madman. There it is. Not a chance. I said it last time around. It really feels like Haas is playing strategies that are like a year ahead of the current meta, right? Sometimes you can say that the StarCraft 2 meta is getting a little bit stagnant, especially when we've had the same maps for such a long time. But then someone comes along, like for example Haas, and shows us that no, that's not the case. You can play differently. You can beat the standard game by playing just, you know, a little bit out of the ordinary and making your opponent second guess everything that's going on. Beautiful series. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get notified as soon as future videos go live. Today, I also want to give a special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you very much. If you're interested in some of the Patreon perks that I offer, you can head on over to patreon.com/LowkoTV and support the channel directly. For now, though, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. Don't forget to smile. And I'll see you once again in the next one.